This is a great day for the City of Houston Metro and all who ride public transit. Today's announcement is also significant following passage of the Inflation Reduction Act last week, which makes a historic commitment to fighting climate change. I currently chair a bipartisan organization on mayors across the country, known as Climate Mayors. The executive committee was just on a telephone conference call earlier today where we were discussing this particular announcement. As mayors, we are at the front lines of the climate crisis, doing what we can to move our communities and country closer to the Paris Agreement goals. The IRA will be an incredible boost to those efforts. The funding outlined in this bill will allow cities around the country to bolster their clean energy capacity, restore manufacturing jobs, lower energy costs, and address pollution in marginalized communities. Metro getting over $21 million for electric buses and charging equipment moves us closer to the goal in the Houston region. Sanjay, I can recall not too long ago, we were discussing how can we move things forward. Priya Zachariah, of the Mayor's Office of Resilience and Sustainability, who's also been working on this initiative, and you need to find your way closer. We were just talking about how can we advance electric vehicles. Well, with the help of Congress, we're able to accelerate that and make it happen. Earlier this year, my office sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Transportation and Secretary Buttigieg in support of Metro's request for funding to purchase 20 electric vehicles. Some may recall that in 2020, the City of Houston released both our Resilient Houston Plan and Climate Action Plan, which outlined the city's goal to be net zero by 2050. As we know well from our climate impact assessment, nearly 50% of our greenhouse gas emissions is from the transportation sector. Metro's climate commitment, aligned with the cities, is a step in the right direction to help this region collectively accomplish that goal. This grant will enable Metro to double its battery electric bus fleet, advancing Metro's vision to bring all electric zero-emission buses to corridors serving many historically disadvantaged Houston communities that have been under-resourced and under-reserved. Not only do battery electric buses help in advancing our clean air initiative by reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, but it puts clean and affordable mobility within reach of so many of our communities, connecting them to jobs, education, healthcare locations. In short, connecting them to opportunity and prosperity. There is no better way to help advance both our sustainability, resilience, and equity goals. Lastly, I'm excited about what this next step represents. When I appointed Sanjay as chair, I told him I wanted to get the trains and buses moving in the right direction, and we are on the move. This big news has also been announced after Houston received $21 million from the U.S. Department of Transportation last week to help revitalize Telephone Road with wider sidewalks, bike lanes, and accessible bus stops. In 2021, Metro applied for this as a raised grant and did not receive funding. The feedback we got from DOT is that they had not been awarded because they had another funding source available that they could make it happen in 2022, which is the low no-emission grant that Metro successfully applied for and received. So this year, Metro applied for money in that bucket, leaving the city free to apply for our Telephone Road raised grant. We are happy to support Metro in this strategy, and I'm thrilled with the work that is being done by this board and by its executive team. Coordination is very important on matters like this. And who would thought that the city of Houston, the energy capital of the world, known so much for its cars and trucks, would now be moving forward with electric buses. The best for this city has yet to come, and as I told the U.S. Climate Mayors in Houston, we don't just follow, we lead. Thank you.